Hi there, welcome to Excel Highway, and thank you for using the multi-level BOM and production planning tool. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through step-by-step how to use it. So first off, download the file, right-click it, click on Properties, Unblock under the General tab. This will enable macros to work. Macros or VBA codes are required for this to operate as expected. So you get this security warning, click on Enable Content, and basically you're good to go. What do you see in the home page? In the home page, you have a small dashboard with your total number of BOMs, how many BOMs are missing, and this is based on the number of finished good items or sub-finished good items that don't have any BOMs underneath them, and the total number of items that you maintain. You have the Watch YouTube tutorial. That's going to bring you to this YouTube video, so I'm not going to click it. And you have the Reset System. That's going to basically allow you to clear all the example data or start fresh if you have a new file that you want to start. So I'm not going to click it right now. On the bottom, you have two navigation buttons, Start Planning and Build BOM. If you click on Start Planning, you go over here to that sheet, Production Plan. You can always click on Home, and Build BOM brings you here. So let's go to Production Planning. That's the main sheet. Or you know what? Let's start with the Item Master. In the Item Master, you define your SKU number, your description, and the type. There are three options for type: finished good, sub, or raw material. And you will get this warning if the BOM is missing. So you can see a finished good item does not have a BOM underneath it, so it's going to show me missing BOM. To add a new item, click on this button. That's going to bring you to the bottom, or you can just start typing because this is a table. That is the item master. Very simple. You define this once, and you're done. Back to the let's go to the BOM builder now. In the BOM builder, this is where you define all your bill of materials. So you have basically an item, okay? And it will show you the description and the type based on the item master. You have the base quantity, any number, could be a decimal as well. And then you start filling out the components. Okay, you just select a component. A component could be a sub item, like this example, or it could be a raw material item in these cases. Okay, and you could extend. That's going to show you the description and the component type, and then you have to just put in the quantity. Let's say 3 units, and I could put here 1.5. All right. And again, this will show you a missing BOM if you have an item, for example, a sub item that doesn't have a BOM. So it's wise to build that before. Okay. Once you're ready, you click on Add New BOM. That's going to add a new BOM. In this case, since the BOM already existed, it's going to overwrite what I have. Okay. And I can click on Load BOM. That's going to load the bill of material. And you see that it changed the quantities because I increased it to 1.5. Now, if I say it's 2, BOM already exists. Do you want to replace it? Yes. Sorry, that BOM did not exist before. Okay. So now if I load the BOM, see it's a different quantity because the base quantity changed. Okay. And I can also delete the BOM. It's going to ask me, but if I delete, I delete. So that's what you can do here in the bill of material. And lastly, you go to the production plan. So in the production plan, let me show you. Now I delete. Why this is important to delete. Deleted the bill of material. It still keeps your information. So if you made a quick mistake and accidentally deleted it, you still have it. It doesn't clear it out. Okay. So if I made a mistake, oops, even though I got this pop-up message, I clicked yes accidentally, you still have it. So you can always click here and you're done. Okay. That's always a solution. And I do want to delete it because I want to show you the impact over here. So now I have a production plan. I select finished good items, okay? And I can see the description and I just put in the quantity, okay? And I get the missing BOM notification if I don't have the bill of materials, so it cannot explode the item. Once I click on explode production plan, it's going to replace this table. Let's just select an item that does have bill of material and show my quantity. I click on this and get this message exposed and complete. I get this table sorted descending by the component quantity. And this is the real beauty part. Go over here to explosion detail. You're going to see a very nice look of the full explosion of the bill of material. So you have levels between 0 and however deep you want. And you can see first off the levels are indenting. So level 1, 2, and 3 start at a different location, so to speak, or starting point. All the sub items are colored in blue, so it's very easy to see. And basically what you see is that this item requires 2 units. It has a bill of material that concludes of one 3001 writing set, because we have 2 units, so that's 2, and 1 cleaning set. And underneath them, they have raw materials plus another BOM. And this will always show you the multiplication and how you reach basically how this number is calculated. So it's very nice to see. And it's separated with gray cells, so you know that you're in a new item. And you can see that if it doesn't have a bill of material, it's just not going to explode it. And here's let's say one item that you can see. So it has one sub item and one raw material. So very easy to see, very clean, and you can understand how much you need of each item. So that's how you use the bill of material and production planning tool. You mainly have to adjust your bill of material and change your production plan accordingly. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time.